Okay, welcome to Crash Creations. This is my second walkthrough and the third time recording because my microphone wasn't working, but I figured it out. Here I am in Sanctuary Hills. I only kept the two buildings that are really essential and add some gorilla cages in the back, but that's not what this build is about. I wanted to build something that was just jaw-dropping. I hope I did it. If I didn't do it, if I pulled up short, then please leave a comment. And with every critique, you learn something new, which is great. I came across a modder on Nexus Mods. His handle is 6000 SUX, and there is nothing that SUXs about his builds. He has got the freaking coolest builds I have ever seen. He built a Star Destroyer that is on a whole nother level, and he uses a lot of the same mods that I do, like Place Anywhere and the mod configuration menu. And I grilled him about how he was able to create some of the stuff that he did. And like a champ, he wrote me back and we started corresponding and bounced off ideas, and he taught me how to do some certain things, especially where the mechanics of the mod configuration menu work, as well as Place Anywhere, kind of how that works. And those two things are really, really powerful if you want to build some just amazing things. They will help you build faster. Now, what I mean is, I watch NastyBonz. I'm a member of his team, and I watch Oxhorn and the School Zone. To me, these three guys are hands down have the best information and knowledge on their channels about building settlements, build walkthroughs. You can sit there and watch NastyBonz build whatever he's building. Last time I watched him, he was building a castle in Nuka World. Amazing, right? These guys are incredibly talented, incredibly knowledgeable, and I would pick their brains whenever I could, and they are all super cool. They all contacted me back and answered my questions, and I am really, really grateful for that. So shout out to you guys for helping me. Now, in this build, used a lot of the settlement object expanded, Snappy Builds, the Greebles kit, Homemaker, G2M, that sort of stuff to get all of the effects that I wanted to get. So, without further ado, here we are. I built a Millennium Falcon. Now, I wanted to build the Millennium Falcon because obviously it's my favorite chip in Star Wars. Otherwise, I wouldn't have spent as many days doing this as I did. But I also wanted to make it so that you could use it as like a settlement home. So on the inside, there's a little bit that's different, but there are a lot of areas in the Millennium Falcon that are inaccessible. And there's just mechanical stuff in there to make the ship work. It wasn't necessary for what I was doing. It's not going to fly anywhere, which is a real bummer, but hey. So as you can tell, I'm in build mode. The reason I'm in build mode is because in a mod configuration menu, you can actually fly around in build mode, which is even cooler. It makes those hard to reach areas a lot more accessible. So let me show you what I did. This was quite the project. I'm really happy how it turned out. The only thing I'm not happy with is the cockpit, but I'll get to that. Anyway, with the top here, I pulled up schematics and I laid out all of this, all the details, as close to the real schematics as possible. I did find, accidentally, there is a 3D program that you can look at 3D models. So I pulled up a 3D model and kind of went with that, and whatever shapes I could match up, I did. Whichever shapes I couldn't, I found something that fit. There's an escape pod. All this is just Greeble for decoration on the side. Of course, got the engines in the back. And then on this side, got Greeble on the other side with the other escape hatch, or escape pod, sorry. And then the cockpit. Yeah, I think the cockpit, I'm still not really happy with it. It looks kind of thrown together, but I spent weeks on this, and this is as good as I could get it on the outside. The inside looks way better, but so it kind of looks like it, kind of doesn't look like it. I couldn't find any glass pieces to go on the top, so I just didn't put anything. If anybody has any ideas, leave it in the comments. That would be awesome. I'm always looking to improve. Couple of iconic features, the satellite dish and the turret on top. Those turned out kind of fun. And then the back end, which is super famous. I got everything lined up pretty much where I wanted it. I made it work. There's a lot of shapes I didn't have, a lot of little teeny tiny pieces that were just I don't even know the word for it. Just a pain. So I wanted to keep it a little more clean looking. So anyway, that was where I did. The only thing that I really couldn't find shapes for were these four winged pieces that are in the back of the Falcon. They're more angular, not rounded, but these are the pieces that I had, and so I used them. Anyway, so that's the outside. Let's go have a look on the inside. Before we do, underneath we have all the landing gear. Here's the gun and a bunch of lights. And here is the main entrance. Behind this is the escape pod. And oh, look at that. I can get close enough to open it. So it opens up. There's room for 8 people. You jump in there and launch. So there's that. There's another one on the other side directly opposite it. I'll show you that one too. But here, we'll go through the back hallway first. Now, a couple other things that I really found frustrating is that on the Millennium Falcon, there are floor lights that contour the entire back half of this ship. I couldn't find anything that worked, so I used these lights instead. So we'll come around here. Oh, and the other thing was, all the walls are rounded. I could not find any rounded walls that were horizontal. All the rounded walls are vertical. Or maybe I got that backwards. I don't know. I don't even know. But I couldn't find walls that scoop that look really nice. So if anybody knows of anything out there, I'd be more than happy to have a look at it. I am not a modder. I'll warn you right now. So back here is this lowly computer station. Not sure why. Maybe it's to keep track of all of the cargo. The main engine room. Cargo. A lot of cargo. And back here is all cargo. And I thought these things were cool. Transporting this kind of cargo. These are from the Enclave build set. I like how they were illuminated, so I thought that was neat. Kind of like the brains in the jars from the mechanic set, or the mechanist set. Another thing is the security camera. If you watch it, it'll follow you, which I think is kind of cool. So yeah, it probably works for the NSA. Anyway, so back here, another cargo room or cargo area. Now this area, I haven't got a freaking clue what it's for, what it does. It's very clear that it exists in the blueprints. Doesn't say what it's for. So if anybody has any idea what this area of the Millennium Falcon is for, let me know. I was gonna throw a computer station in there, but another computer station kind of seemed redundant, so I didn't do that. Anyway, there's a bunch of areas that are blocked off that don't have anything in them. Not this. I was going to show you this. Here's my other escape pod. So that's my other escape pod. Grab your suit, strap yourself in, and kiss your butt goodbye. I don't think they ever used them in the movies. Anyway, what I was saying is, okay, so there's like these areas, like this area right here. In the blueprints, on the inside of this wall, all there is mechanics. So there's a bunch of places like that I took out and I actually used them. But this is just a rounded hallway. And so I decided to put everything you need to build whatever you want. Back here, this is another area that had just mechanical stuff. So I decided to take that area and turn it into a bathroom. So we got toilet there, showers there, towels there. Don't forget the towels. Don't forget toilet paper. Pandemic, you know, because everybody needs toilet paper. So we come into here. This is the main room where Luke is practicing with his lightsaber for the first time with Obi-Wan, and I got Chewie and C-3PO and R2-D2 over here playing this chess game. And I really tried to use the collectible action figures to make something kind of chess set related or game related, and I just couldn't get them to stay. I tried putting them on the chessboard. I tried putting other things inside the tire, and basically I just got frustrated with it, so I left it. So I may come back to that later. I'll see. This area over here has nothing in it, so I put a coffee bar and some foodstuffs and soda machine. Now this wall right here is blocked off, and from here to the very front of the ship, it's all mechanics. So I decided to cut all that out and actually put some stuff in here so you can actually, you know, come in here and live and sleep and goof off. One thing I really wanted to make fun and funny was have a medical bay. So the captain says, hey, you got to go to medical. So you're like, okay. And so you come in here and you're like, oh, heck no. What the heck is that? There is no way I am laying on that thing. I don't care how hot the doctor is. I am not laying on that. So I thought that was hysterical. I don't know. Maybe it's just my weird sense of humor. Whatever. Anyway, computers, reclamation chair. I think that's called the reclamation chair. Anyway, the surgical chair, and then brains in jars. I love brains in jars. I don't know why. They just look pretty cool. It looks smaller than regular brains, but anyway. So yeah, medical bay. I've got a place here to where when I get settlers, I can have a doctor, and that'll be kind of cool. And then back here is the captain's quarters. I didn't want to put up a lot of useless crap like pictures and frames. If you think I should, leave it in the comments. I could come back in here and spruce it up, make it look nice. Bathroom, basic bathroom. Flat screen TV. I didn't put anything in the cabinets. And then it's a little kitchenette I made. There's no kitchen in the Millennium Falcon, but there is in this one. And then back here is where the crew stays. So I have enough room for 6 crew members. And yeah, these things I thought were pretty cool. These are relaxation points. And relaxation points, you can assign someone to them and they generate happiness. So I thought that was kind of funny, so I threw them in here. So yeah, okay, so that's the crew quarters. So last but not least is the cockpit. Okay, so yes, I have rounded walls here, but I tried to put rounded walls through the rest of the ship, and it just did not work. Just did not work. Or maybe I just lost patience too quick. Anyway, but here's the cockpit. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. It's active, it's colorful, it's got a lot going on, which in the cockpit in the real Millennium Falcon is just like this. Well, not just like this, but it's got, you know, a lot going on. It's colorful. So I'm just going to pretend that there is glass there, and it's so clean that you just wouldn't be able to tell if there's glass there or not. One thing I did do was this chair and this chair are guard station chairs. So when I get settlers, I can actually assign guards to sit here. And then when you come in here to the cockpit, there'll be guards waiting to take off in the Falcon, which is kind of cool. They had some really tall back chairs in the design. Fallout didn't have anything like that, so I mixed a Dima chair with a regular chair, and turned out okay. I think that looked pretty cool. And I think I saw that it's another design, but I'm not sure. I may have stole that from somebody, but anyway, so yeah. So we come over here and we can sit in the chair. And now we're in the cockpit, which I think is pretty cool. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is my Millennium Falcon. If you have any comments, good, bad, ugly, I don't care. Oh, wait, I don't know if I showed you this. Here is the gun turret area where Luke has to go to use the top gun turret to fight the TIE fighters. I wanted to make sure I included that. So, tried to pay attention to details. If there's anything that is blaring out and it's missing and you're like, oh, this sucks, or you should change this or do that or do this, then I am always looking to improve. But for the most part, I am pretty darn happy with how it turned out. So that is my Millennium Falcon. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next round.